So obviously the left-hand one is no ball, and therefore going to be a lot easier to make the move, okay? As you go back here now, we can see all the time now your logo at this point becomes visible, and it's a nice hinge of the wrist, and that's a really good position there in terms of your backing position. So that's going to be your practice there. If we watch this move here now, as you go back, when she moves, she says. There we go. So as you go back there now, here, so your wrist now is going down.
It isn't going anywhere. Yeah.
See that there?
Yeah, I do.
So you can see your watch, and that's kind of your position there now. Now what that will do as well in turn, what we call close the club face. So when you come back to the golf ball, this is why when you hit the golf ball properly, this goes low left.
Yes.
If I brought that club 2 secs, if I swing it, if I get my left wrist and do this, look at the face now going to point low left, and that's what you're doing this, and then that's sort of turning down of your left wrist, which lofts the golf club, so it comes in there, and then of course then you try to lift her up in the air and try to lift up, okay? So we're going to get a little bit nearer and closer, and if needs be, practice at home with just the one hand on the club. Think, okay, right, my left wrist, or the back of my left wrist, or my glove hand, from here I'm going to swing back and practice that there. So there you go. Let your body, that's fine, let your body and things rotate with that, okay? And keep that arm extending away so your left wrist, so you get really, really good at getting your left arm to there. And if you actually do this yourself, that's actually probably starts hurting your wrist a little bit after a while, doesn't it? This elbow sort of pulls out a little bit in your case, okay? But that wrist there wants to be kind of just relaxed. There you go, that there. So when you start off down here, there's your hands, okay?
And then what about the L bit though?
That is the L position. If you look at that there.
I'm not having one like that.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. If you do that there with your thumbs, that there is your L, okay? Don't over hinge to try and do it too much, okay?
So I was thinking of an L from here to here.
Ah, okay, my fault then for explaining incorrectly, okay? No, what you're looking for is left arm and club as the L position. That's my fault, sorry, okay, explain that. That's right. If you were away thinking that's my fault, okay? So what you've got there is not a bad L position, but the left wrist, as you can see, is a very different position there, okay? And with that left wrist going round here...
I can forget about the hinging, not hinging...
Well, yeah, it's there you go, that's fine, perfect, there you go. So that there...
I was trying to do that.
Sorry, okay, that's my fault then, okay? That's fine.
Right, no.
Okay, well, you've got away and you thought the wrong things. It's my fault, okay? So, swing back to my hands here now. Good, there you go. So this wrist now is pointing straight towards the camera or the person over there, okay? And you can practice that in front of a mirror. If as daft it may sound, I actually had a guy who had the similar kind of issue with his left wrist, and he was lawyer. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was a lawyer or solicitor, and he used to get clients coming out the shop in between clients. He was standing for like a minute for anything, and just practice that there. So we were there in front of the mirror, just doing this. So you stand there, so you can see the back of your left hand or your watch. He said, "Point, watch the wall, watch the wall, watch the wall," and just do his left hand, just left hand.
L now.
Yeah, if I put my thumb is effectively the club. Left arm, yeah. So it's not that as you were thinking, okay?
Yes.
As you go back there, that there, if you put your thumb up, just do your left hand by itself, bring the club back down, just put your right hand behind your back.
Okay.
That's your club there, for example. Nice, don't block it, there you go. Now swing back. That's a mini L, okay? Thumb's pointing up, and there's your left arm there. What you had was that.
Maybe in trying to do that.
Exactly, yeah. So that's why I find it difficult.
Oh, got it now.
There you go, you got it. After all that, you got it. Okay, but getting that left wrist is going to be the key thing. So, and what you can actually then do, I say, with a golf club, you can just stand there and if swing back, swing back.
Go loose.
Yeah. I mean, loose the point, but there's no tension here in my hands. But I'm not going to go back and go. That sort of loose, okay? So it's maintaining that, gripping on for dear life, white knuckle ride, okay? Good. So that kind of makes sense now because you got the L shape, okay? So if that left wrist goes round there, Pam, it's almost impossible because you're going to go round there. That's better. There you go. And then from there, it's then learning that tread. So if you swing back to here, okay? When you swing back to here now, down under, okay? Hinge up, back and through. And I would say from your point of view now, it's just going to be a question of almost muscle memory of just drilling this move as much as you can. And I would say it wouldn't be a bad thing to night golf balls. Just literally get that move so you can almost do it with your eyes shut. Okay? If you want feedback, what you could do, I'll sort of show on here a second. What you could do is just put 2 markers. So when you set the club up on the ground there, put 2 markers side by side, just swing between them. So you get a rough idea of where you're doing it. But now you get the hinge up, and just get you sort of striking the ground. take it. I think the thing with golf is if you hit shots and you get a negative feedback from a duff or a miss hit, you're going to go, I don't like that one. I'll try something different. Even if you don't think of constantly something different in your brain will happen. You'll try and do something here, something there, or something here, or something there.
I've done a lot of it, haven't I?
Exactly. And after 3 or 4 shots of bad shots, you keep changing every single time.
Yeah.
You're there with about 10 or 15 different changes. You're like, well, you got no chance. Okay, so getting that club to hinge up and down, hinge up and down. Okie dokie?
Yeah.
Good.